Hello, viewer, and welcome back to Games with Dialogue. This is my RPG Maker MV series as I build a video game for the first time, and currently playing through it to check for any breakages that need to be fixed, any bugs, fixes, that kind of thing. We're going to pick up where I left off in Eldenvale, the second town. I've been having some trouble with the events surrounding this, but I think I have everything figured out. So let's dive in and see. Okay, so as I played through the episode last time, I had some trouble with this statue, the whole shebang surrounding that. I think I've come up with the solution that I'm relatively happy with. So let's dive in and let's see what comes up. Hopefully it goes all the way through. I've tested it, so it should. Alright, and we saved right outside. Right. So the little boy should now properly stop, and I can click on him. Okay, good. Right. Everybody else is there. Good. He should also stop. Nope. He's still below characters. Okay. But that's really not the point. The point is... Okay. And then they're supposed to walk out. Good, good, good. Fantastic. All right. So we just go through this. We've been here before. I changed a little bit of the dialogue. I don't know if you'll notice. Just to help with the... Just to help with the way it sounds. So... Not too many big changes, certainly not to the direction the story's going to go in. Is Elizabeth's head clipping through the picture? Through the statue right here? I certainly don't know how to fix that, and also she's just standing perfectly still, which makes her look extremely weird compared to the three-stepping people. Oy, okay, well... Those are minor issues that I can fix. Well, maybe not the statue on the head, but everything else is certainly minor that I can fix. And then we climb in, and we can talk to the kid. There we go. The door stays open, and we can leave. I don't think... No, I've already spent my money. That's right. So we can leave. Alright. Well, that's unsettling. Why can't I pass through there? Did I put the entrance over... I put the entrance to the forest on the wrong side of the bridge. Alright. Let's save it so I don't have to go through that conversation again. There we go. And, alright, world map. No, it's on the bridge. Let me see here. Below characters. I want forest entrance. But I think I want the actual bridge here. Let me see if I can actually get that. Yep, this one right here. There we go. Player touch. Everything else should be okay. Apply. And then we just... remove the bridge. Was it this one? Yes. Okay. Save. We'll try it again. Since I'm here, let's fix little boy here. Make sure that he actually stops when the player runs through him. Same as characters. Player touch. Alright, well, we'll put... Oh, does he go through... Yep, through on. Okay. Yeah, alright, so that was intentional. Past dialogue did that on purpose. Alright, I suppose he had a reason to do it, so, that's fine. So, how I fixed this issue was that I had to make her a separate event. Stepping. There we go. Apply. Good. I had to make her a separate event that this event... next to the door triggers when we reach a certain point, because it wasn't working putting her in the event. Relatively minor fix, all things considered. It just took me a while to get there. I think I was more stubborn not wanting to make her her own separate square. Okay, so now... Nope. Interesting. Okay, why? It should be below characters, right? The player touches it and they get to go through. I'm just going to experiment here for a second. I don't think that's the correct way to fix it by putting it above, but below's not working, and it should, so let's find out. And of course I get into a fight. These guys should be nothing now that I have better armor and higher level. I'm gonna test the attack though, because I haven't messed with Elizabeth and Solomon's attack stat at all. But now that they're stronger, they should do some damage. Provided I don't outright kill these guys. 4, that's not great. I'm looking for 14 at minimum. So I'll have to tweak their attack stat up a bit, I think. It might be too low for a spellcaster. You know what? We're just going to guard with you. Attack, attack, guard. Okay. No, still not working. So I don't know what the problem is. I assume here that you guys watching know what the problem is. Alright, so we know above didn't work. Through, the only thing I think with through is that I'm going to walk right through the thing. I think I need to turn that off. Yeah, because I'm just going to walk right through it. Alright, we're just going to skip that battle. Alright, same as characters. Good to know. Good to know. Alright, let me make a note of that real quick. Alright, that's something I'm going to need to remember for the future. Hey guys. Thanks again for saving me and mine. And then this guy down here. Yo! So happy I could help the fabled ancestors. Good luck in there. So I should be able to walk across these. I cannot. I need to set them to through. Let me save again, now that we've fixed one issue. There we go. Alright. And all the way up at the top. Alright, let's go in and set these. I bet they need to be set to through. Yeah. That was a minor oversight on my fault. That's my fault. That one we won't be able to walk through because the tree tops here. So it's this one, right? Right, that one is also part of this tree. So it's just these two, really. Okay. And really it's just this one because this guy... why is he... Oh, right. He's blank because if you come to the forest before you rescue the people in the troop outpost, these trees are here blocking your path, and there's nobody. The woodcutters aren't here. They only show up after you talk to the statue, and the mystic elder lady tells you she sent lumberjacks here to clear the way. Okay, so let me just check this out real quick. Boss taunt. You touch it, and I'm going to put same as carrot. Well, I think it's below. Below should be fine. You touch it, and this runs. And I want one more thing here. No. Let me read this real quick. No place for royalty. Who's there? Show yourself. He has warned me you would come. Oh, I actually want... There. Yeah, that works better. And top. But we are waiting for you. Also, yeah, I think it works better if this is top. And this one. Okay, so their dialogue is on top, and the character's dialogue is on the bottom. I also have Joan. You can see N actor 2 for Joan, but I didn't do that for Gilgamesh. Is Gilgamesh number 1? I think so. Let me rectify that real quick. All right, I think I got it. Let me just come in here. So I added one more little quip from Solomon, and should be good to go. Hopefully I won't forget. Again, can I still pass through this? Even though I don't need to? What about the... Yeah, okay, the tree. Okay, first fight. We're testing if they're too strong or strong enough. You're going to... let's fight the snake. And then you can attack the hornet. Okay, alright. Alright. The HP values might be a little off. 99 damage on that hornet should have killed it after Elizabeth hit it. But it did not. Boot snake, hornet, boot snake, and... I didn't give these guys elemental resistances. I don't think so. Not this early. Yeah, the HP balance is way off. Also, they really seem to have it in for Solomon. He's going to go down if I don't heal him. Heal. And Hornet. And Boot Snake. And... Hornet again. That was a crit. That's not really a good way to test if I'm going to be able to kill them or not. 18? Yeah, their stats must be way off. I think what's supposed to happen here is that the Boot Snake has high physical defense but low magic defense, and I made it too strong. It certainly shouldn't be stronger than the slimes you were fighting in the mountain pass. Ooh, that was a rough one. I'm gonna have to look at that. Okay, so I also want to turn off running while we're in the forest, similar to the troop tower. Just have you walk everywhere. Okay, good. That worked. I'm probably going to get my butt kicked here. Also, I'm not happy with the lighting. I know I mentioned it in the troop... when we were going through the troop outpost that I changed it to make darkness work better, but, I mean, some shading here, a little bit of shadow, would make things a lot better. I'm going to get my butt kicked here. Yeah, these guys are... I've learned the hard way. I made these snakes too strong. Let's try Eye Gouge, see if that affects things differently. And then... oh, I don't have enough yet. Alright. And then Mat Up. I want to test... yeah, 30 is not great. I want to test how much it goes up by. Okay. Yeah, look at that. 64 compared to 21. I definitely had intended them to be weaker to magic, but not by the amount. I mean, their defense to physical attacks should not be at the amount that it is. I am actually going to heal Joan. And then have you attack... I guess it doesn't matter. We're not doing a whole lot of damage to them physically anyways, but let's test it out. Okay. Alright. That's not bad. For a level 1 boost, it'll get stronger as the game goes on. And I'll probably have other boosts that do better, like 50%, 75%, 100%, maybe. I definitely need to heal her. Yeah, I want to see what her magic does. If it's any good. And then Twin Blow against this guy. And I don't think they're... As I said before, I don't think they're elemental resistant. Oh, 0 damage. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. What is it? The damage formula. And see what's what there. Because I think I might have made a mistake. She should have done some damage. At least something. Flare or heal? She definitely needs to heal. I'll try Gust again on this back one. Okay. Well, I can keep healing because I'm barely scratching the surface of my MP usage. Yeah, Elizabeth, at this point in the game, Elizabeth should just be like your heal bot, your team buffer. Your big damage dealer from magic will be Solomon, and then Gilgamesh will be the guy with huge amounts of hit points. And then when you finish the Battle Shrine and you get the new classes, you'll have a little more room to shake things up in how you approach combat. But once Elizabeth reaches this point, she's got enough MP where she can just keep healing. What I do want to have is a couple of defensive spells that she can cast on the team to help with damage mitigation, like what's coming out here. I'm going to try to Eye Gouge just to keep this thing from hitting me anymore. And then, yeah. I think I've done all of them, so we'll just go back to my favorite. No blind. Really wanted that blind. Okay. Okay. Open this up. Look at the skill. No, not the skills. I want to make sure equipment's the... Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Alright. So it looks like it's stuck. I saved after... Okay, so that's not the problem. It is, in fact, just extremely high. Oh, the pathing didn't... Interesting. It is the stats on the enemies that are a big problem here. Yeah, I'm just going to escape. We fought the Hornet. We fought the Snake. There are spiders and a few others that I want to test before. There's one. Okay. Let's see. I definitely need to heal. So, part of this also is testing the attrition of these enemies on the player character as I move through the forest. Because there should be a balancing act between being able to stomp every enemy you come through and having to struggle your way... Oh, not that one. Through every single fight until you reach the end. You want to I want to slowly chip away at the HP and the MP and the items the player is carrying until they reach the save point at the end of the forest. That's the goal. So that's a balancing act I need to work on. So I have to fight enough battles to see if it works. And also before I quit out and go back to the building portion of the software. Jump, I think. Boulder might not do much, but yeah, I mean, I need to test it on a bunch of different enemies. So, also, now I have Double Strike. And Flame on probably this one. Okay, yeah, it's still 0. That might be her, though. Like I said, I need to look at the formula. 0. And then there are moments like that where you just get a 0. I want to try Flare. Maybe the spider's the problem. Yeah. Let's check that out. 0. Okay, so magic does do something. Alright, so it's the same problem with the snake that the spider has. I think I made their defense, physical defense, attack defense, just too high. I'm going to give it to Solomon. I think we kind of need the help there. And since I can't seem to hit the spider with physical attacks, let's go to the Hornets. Whoa! Whoa! Were those crits? And she's still not healing correctly. I bumped her healing stat up to 500%. And it's still it might need to be 1,000% at this point. Just to match everybody else. That was crazy! No, no! I meant to click down to items. This might be the end. Let's click down to items. That might need to be... Yeah, I'm going to need to rearrange it so the guards below, because I don't want that happening to players in-game. Anti-Venom. I should also have an Adrenaline. There we go. And you... let's pick up Solomon. Sure. My God. Oh, okay. All right. I just saw it on the chat window. They were using a bold... Whew. They were using a skill they should not have access to. Where was it? Bold Exis. Right. Right. They should not have that. Let me go to the enemy. Hornet. Yeah, this one is supposed to be a Venom Attack, which I moved to... Let me scroll down to the enemy section here. Here we are. Venom. Right. Right. Let me go to the skills and show you what that's supposed to do. Where are you? There we go. Add state poison. Add debuff. Attack 3 turns. Enemy skill. It's not supposed to... 100 times attack times 2 times defense. Negative defense times 2. Attack and poison your target. It's not supposed to be Boldexis. So that's something I needed to fix. All right. Enemies. Go back. Look at the boot snake. So his defense is 46 compared to, let's say the soldiers down here, the ones from the outpost, 22. So nearly double. That's too much. Hornet's in a 40. So I'm going to drop the boot snake down to, we'll say 39. Well, I changed my mind. The Hornet will drop to 38. The boot snake will be 40. But the spiders also need to be dropped because they're too high. Oh, yeah, 104. No surprise there. I think I got a little overzealous. You know, just a little. Just a tad. I'm actually going to drop them to 38 as well, just to differentiate the two spiders. Magic attack is too high as well. I need to bring them more in line. Let me look at the... Where did they go? The mages. Mages. Ah, here we are. 63. Right. So, yeah, okay. 58, 67, 74 might be a little too high. I mean, I know it's too high, because a difference of 3 points can swing wildly. 67. So let's do 64 for them. Okay. Agility 41. Agility 70. We're going to drop that down. So 40. The boot snakes and the hornets should not constantly be going first. I'm actually going to drop them to 40. And the hornets can go down to 30, 34 or so. Yeah, I think the spiders also I'll drop down. We'll say 36. Okay. I'll leave this one at 40. Again, to differentiate the two. All right. Nature spirits. I also need to make sure they aren't too high. And they are too high. I'm going to drop you magic attack down to 60. It should be higher just because they're focusing on magic. 57, 58, 64. I actually want to drop you to 60. There we go. Okay. Agility, still too high. Yeah. Actually, for the nature sprite, I think a lower agility. Defense... Defense should be comparable to the Hornet, I think. So, actually probably lower than that. Probably should physically take more damage, and then magic defense should be higher. What about hit points? 270 seems like an awful lot, but partially that was because of the defense, I think. 270 still seems like an awful lot for the amount of damage I'm pumping out. How much were the soldiers? Because they're... I'm comparing them to the soldiers because they were the most recent enemies the player would have fought. 105. So there is a huge swing there. 265, I can see that being okay. Although that is a boss fight. Sergeant, 154. So I think perhaps 200 might be acceptable, right? Because it's jump in power against the players, but it's still within reason for this level. I think maybe I'll have the spiders higher because they're tied to the boss. But everything else should be within that 200 range. I might change it from 200 just because that's still pretty weak. But that seems more reasonable to me. Yeah. It's more reasonable to me than the 100 that we're doing. Foot soldiers took what? 2 turns to get wiped out? I'm also going to remove this Gust X. It's too powerful for this level. Heal X is ridiculous, but that just means the player should focus down the Nature Sprite when it comes in. Nature Spirit when it comes in. What was I saying? I was saying that... Right. The foot soldiers took like 2 turns to knock out for Gilgamesh and Joan. So 200 MP or HP here is a little bit tougher. It'll take a little bit longer to fight them, but at the same time, that's what I expect. That's what I want. I am going to drop this to 223. Yeah, and this one to 222? Sure. Okay, I do want to check the boss fight though. Now that I know that the stats I have on the enemies in the forest are a little out of whack, I'm a little worried about how... Yeah, look at this. 400? That's too much. That's much too much. And Magic Attack is too high, too. On the other hand, Magic Attack, he doesn't have much that's going to happen there. So it's not a big deal. Defense might be a little high. Defense might be a little high. I'm more worried about the max... Oof. 1,000 hit points. Yeah, that'll take way too long. I'm going to have it. And we'll see. When we test the combat, we'll see. Battle Keeper. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this. I'll go into my ideas for designs for the battle, the shrines. The fights with the shrines later. But this is a relic from when I was thinking I would have one for each shrine. Kind of like you have to fight the Angel of Battle before you can claim the reward. But, like I said, it's a relic, and I'll go into those decisions later. Chimera, I'm also super... Because that's 3 separate 800 hit points. I think I'll drop it down to 300 hit points each. 800 is just too much. It turns it into a slog. For the Minotaur, that's fine. The whole idea is that you're fighting him alone, and you just kind of have to deal with his enraging ability and his really strong attacks. These 4 individuals are fighting together, so they should be weaker, so you deal with them as a group instead of having to chunk through so many hit points. Yeah, I think maybe 197 for him. 390 is definitely too high. I'll do 190. I want to... Part of me definitely wants to go bigger on the numbers, like somewhere in the 200s. But you are fighting the 4 of them together, and you should be jumping back and forth. I'll go a little bit higher on him because he's a physical tank type of guy. But you are fighting the 4 of them together, and you're going to be spreading damage around. And you don't have a lot of AoEs at this point. So you do kind of have to focus on one guy at a time. Obviously, the strategy is focus one down, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, until they're all dead. But that will require some testing for the good balance. Because if you can kill him on one turn, then what's the point? It takes you 4 turns to get through the boss. That's not what I want. But the Chimera having 300 hit points each. Also, these stats are way out of whack. Look at this. Woof! What was I thinking? 39, 31, 31. Oh, okay. I see. I was in the process of adjusting these stats when I got interrupted. Yeah. So I'll just make them the same. Okay. 38, 39. That's fine. And 40, 43. Okay. And... Okay. Good. I'm a little worried about Flame X here. That might be too strong. But we'll see. Okay. Apply. Good. Battle Shrine Keeper. Yeah. This is the one I wanted to look at. That's a heck of a lot of HP. I don't think that's going to work. That's too much. 600 might be too much, even. But we'll try that. 600. Definitely more than the Minotaur. Or Maxitar. But she should have comparable... I don't know. She should have comparable magic defense. Yeah, 90's just too high. I'm gonna make it 42 just to reduce the amount of magic damage he takes. He should be more vulnerable to magic damage and less vulnerable to physical defense attacks. She should be more vulnerable to physical defense or physical attacks. So let's do 34? Sure. I can always tweak it later. Physical attack 45. She should not be nearly as high. So let's put it at 39. Let's put it at 39. And then magic attack. That one I want to copy Gothica. Even though 89 is still way too high. Yeah, 89 is way too high. But it's certainly better than 101. I'm going to move it down to 40. Well, no. I'm going to move it down to 50. It should be devastating, but survivable. And then, of course, agility should be high. High. We'll do 40 for that. And luck. I want her luck to be pretty abysmal. So, there we go. Okay. And then, of course, max MP. I want her to not have to worry about that. Pretty much. I don't want the strategy of just draining her of MP to be something that you can do. Also, there's an ability here. If she's below 50 HP, she'll start using Void, which is an all-group attack. An AoE, which I don't... You know, that's only really if the player decides they want to take too long. Or try draining. So... that's what that's there for. I don't think she'll ever get there, though. Not with these stats. I think that's okay. So let's save. The only other thing I want to do... where'd you go? Ancient Forest. Is look at the encounters per step. And look at this. 2 boot snakes and a hornet. 3 hornets. 4 spiders. 3 spiders and a nature spirit. 3 boot snakes. 2 boot snakes and a nature spirit. Okay. A nature spirit and 2 hornets. Okay. 6 spiders. Right. Nature spirit and the flowers and a nature spirit. The flowers. So I'm missing... Oh, right. I didn't want to include spiders and boot snakes. Or spiders and hornets. Yeah. I think I could do with a little more... what's the word I'm thinking of? Diversity in the encounters. But this is fine now. I want to increase the encounter steps and disable dashing. There we go. And we're fine here. We're good. Okay. And save. Good. I'm going to end the episode here. Next time, we'll go through the forest. It should be better with the new stats. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll get to the actual shrine itself, go inside, go through the boss gauntlet for the first time. That's the goal. Until then, thank you everyone for joining me. Stay safe, and God bless you.